Hello and welcome to episode 9 of my Terraria Calamity mod playthrough. We're going to take on the Desert Scourge today. It's going to be the third thing we do, but the first two things won't take us too long. First things first though, I need to be honest, I died. I was going around, or between this episode and the last, I looked a few things up, specifically regards to all of this stuff. The labs and, is it the Dataless? I want to say it's dataless, but I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, the lab in the planetoid and the lab in the ice thing. As it happens, the cores are made of these plates, and these are important because they are used to make things. Specifically, them used to make the turrets, but they're used to make a few other things as well, so we needed to get them anyway, so I went up and collected them. I died because I fell into the bottom of this. I died basically here. I splattered against that. I was not paying attention. So yeah, we died again. It will be added to the death counter with regards to not the title bar, the seek bar. The other thing is that we need to place these down and get them running sooner rather than later. I'm going to have to put one on each floor, aren't I? They're not going to fit. That's a pain. Because these things generate... what are they called? The battery cells? One every 15 minutes. The problem is that in order to actually do anything with this particular part of the mod, we're going to need like hundreds of these, so we needed to have these things running sooner rather than later. So we're just going to place all of these down. They can all go down in here. I should have put some in here. Now that I see that there is space there, we should put some here. So yeah, so we can start building up a supply, because these will stockpile, I think, up to 9,999. So they'll hold a decent amount, but yeah, we're going to need a lot of them, and they don't take that long or that much to make. Daedron, that's what it is. So yeah, power cells, that's what they make. And we are going to need a lot of them, because the weapons require them, but they are also required for the schematics. What I've laid out down here is the order in which the schematics are unlocked, because there is a particular order to it. And the first one we actually need to get is in the Sunken Sea. Which made me look up, well, okay, where's the Sunken Sea? What is the Sunken Sea? Because I'm not familiar with this. The Sunken Sea is actually right at the bottom of the desert. So it's going to be somewhere around about here. So it's a good job we're taking on the Scourge today, because the Scourge is taken on in the desert, and then we can go down and try and find the Sunken Sea. That will be the plan. So, I did make mention that there was a few things we needed to do first, or a couple of things we need to do first. The first one is simply collect potions. Let's see. Take a couple of swiftness potions. Take a couple of calming potions. Iron skin potions. We may need to make some more of those. Heals potion. We'll need that later, but we're going to come back here. Increases knockback isn't going to help us on a boss. We'll need that later. Thorns potion is nice. Let's take the Light Owl potions just in case. Regeneration potions. Can I craft these? What are they made with? We can straight up craft that. So let me make some more of those. Some archery potions. I think it will be next week. We will actually do fishing and getting our base set up. Because we are getting to the point where we're going to need to be able to craft many, many potions. So we need to have our farm set up, and we need to have a safe place to craft things. Interesting. Why are you not... one-shotting them like he did the previous one. I suppose he may have crit that one. Or maybe we just weren't travelling fast enough. We have our bottle up here. We actually do already have food on us. There's a regeneration potion. Okay, we've already got some archery potion. Water walking probably isn't going to help us. Increases max life by 20%. I'm not sure whether or not that will trigger me having, or the check for me having more than 200 HP. So I'm not going to take it. We're going to try and continue to do work with 180 HP until we've cleared up everything up until Eye of Cthulhu. So the next two things, we need to kill the Desert Scourge and the Giant Clam. With the HP that we have, and once we've done that, then we can just immediately go up to 100 or 400. Is it 400? I think 400 is the base cap. Pick a range of hearts. They may have ads that drop hearts. Reduces damage taken. Okay, we have plenty of healing potions. Let's put the water away. Put these away. Can I make the Christmas puddings? Any food. Oh yes, we need to make some heart lanterns. Or we need to make a heart lantern at the very least. We have enough spare crystal hearts, so let's make a couple. I think it's just crystal hearts and chains. Life crystals and chains. Let's just confirm this. Yeah, and chains. I need to find a few more frogs as well. We need some frog legs for other things. If we're going to do that, let's take a couple of campfires with us as well. Remind me, what do I need for these guys? Oh, they're not that expensive. So I'm assuming any iron, any gold, and 2 rubies. Which we probably have enough of. 10 of those. We already have plenty of lead, but let's craft some of that because we don't need that much. Lead ore and 2 rubies, and then if we close that, I should have paid more attention to what we needed to craft this with. There you are. Didn't we have another item? I wasn't sure whether or not we were going to use. Here it is. It's an effigy, not a key. I don't know why it's in the key chest. Let's put these in. We'll keep them in here. When placed down near the player, they have damage increased by 15%, intense defense by 10%. Nearby players also suffer a 10% decrease to their maximum health. I mean, the additional defense that we would be getting from this is more than a 10% reduction to it, or more than 10%, or is equivalent to more than the HP that we would lose. So I think it's worth having that, at least for now. It'll be less useful later on when we have more health, or more defense rather. Okay, so that's that. Let's have a quick look at our tree farm. Most of them have grown. Actually, no, only half of them have grown. We won't bother. I'm probably going to be using the platinum armor. I'm probably not going to be using the shroom meringue. I reckon this one is going to be way more effective. Where did I put the Felix staff? Because the Felix staff was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It's certainly better than the Finch. We'll bring it with us just in case, because we're only going to be going against a boss, so we're not too worried about things. Did we actually take the sword out? We didn't. Okay. If this is a segmented boss, then we may be better off with our previous rogue weapon. Because if it's a segmented boss, this will pass through all of the segments. It will do significantly more damage. Whereas this one will explode, and each of the individual things will deal some damage. But it depends upon the total number of segments. Okay. Let's move this down, because this is going to be a use once and then leave alone. I don't think I'm going to be using the throwing knives, so let's swap those. Actually, we might use the throwing knives, because the throwing knives do have that lightning effect on them. I want this here just in case this one can't do the work I need it to. But I'm hoping that this one will actually be able to do a decent amount of damage to the boss. I know that this will pass through at least 2 segments, so it's probably fine, given how much damage this does. So we'll keep that. We have the bow, which is specifically there so we can set it on fire. Okay, last things. We need these. We do have the materials to make more, but we only want to use the 2 at the minute. Let's head over to the desert. And make some kind of basic arena. Oh, bollocks. I just remembered. We don't have our double jump equipped. We meant to go through and figure out which of these we're taking. We're not going to need that. Did any of these come with a little bit more mana or a little bit more defense? That increases jump height. That gives us double jump. Let's take the one that gives us double jump. The extra mana is nice to have, but I don't think it will matter. Using a healing potion will spawn a lingering aura. The aura grants plus 2% life regeneration for all players inside it for 5 seconds. That's stealth generation. Increases movement speed and jump speed. This gives us extra... Yeah, I don't think we're going to get rid of this, because the things that this spawns absolutely do pass through everything. So if this is a segmented boss, then this is going to be really powerful against it. So yeah, okay. our deserts. I want to flatten it out a little bit. Not much though. Let's bring it down a little bit more. Okay. Now I want to make a platform slightly above. Not too high up, so I think there will do. I don't know how big this boss is, but I do want some additional height just in case. Oh, goddamn. It's not how that was supposed to work. How long do we have in the day? Probably long enough to give this a try. Okay, and then we want... that has to be a hanging thing. Campfire. On you. Okay, it's about to become nighttime. Do I want to give this a go anyway? Oh, we can light the place up. Let's make sure we use these first. Okay, and let's put the effigy down. Right. Invasions outside of the desert. This isn't going too badly. Did we manage to set it on fire? I don't think we can set it on fire. Let's see how well this thing does on it. I don't think it's passing through, but it did a lot of damage. Okay, it's really not a challenge. We are over-defended. Deep in the underground deserts are rumbling. The desert wind is blowing furiously. Okay, did we get the loot bag? Plushie, placeable, treasure bag, and we got the relic. We're a little short on space, and it is becoming nighttime. I don't think there's anything that spawns in the desert during a sandstorm outside of hard mode. How much do we have on all of our buffs? Long enough to take the other one on. Let's go. Why didn't that use it? How did I hit? Oh, they're not consumed anymore. Okay, so they're susceptible to bleed, that's good to know. Can't be set on fire, but they are susceptible to bleed. Okay. Our buffs are about to wear off, or some of them at least. Okay, so it's good to know that the summon items aren't consumed anymore. That is very, very nice to know. We'll leave this area here in general. What we will probably do is when we're coming on to take on Eye of Cthulhu, we'll come back here. Okay, any items left on the ground? Nope. Okay, first things first, let's put all of that stuff away. Put down our second boss thingy. And do we want to store or just sell this? We'll store this. At least we know we only need one of those. Left shift. Once it was a majestic sea serpent that threatened none but the microscopic creatures it consumed. After Lamar's Ilmers was incinerated, it became familiar with the hunt. To survive, it quickly learned to seek greater prey. Unfortunately for the Scourge, it seems that it too was prey in the end. After all, there's always a bigger fish in the sea. Pink prickly pearl, used in making pink dye. That means that you go in there. Now, where was I putting these? There we go. Goes in there. Let's put our throwing knives away. We've not been using them anyway. Plushy, placeable. Material. Throwable. Okay then. Right. Let's get the important thing opened. Once I've remembered where my... There they are. Treasure bags. 1, 2. Okay. Good, it's given us a whole bunch of these. We needed these. That sounds like it should be firing faster than it actually is. Oh, okay. Most ocean enemies will become friendly and provides water breathing. Okay, we're going to need that for where we're going, I think. Has a chance of containing various fish gear. Just potions. Probably worth me keeping these in the fishing chest. Let's actually open up our can of worms. Oops. Okay, that's fine. It was just putting away the these, which we do actually need, so let's get them back out again. Because they make things. Forceful brine. I think it's just a bow. Converts wood arrows into electric bolts that explode. Does extra damage to enemies shot at point blank range. That must be just a new thing. I think this was another thing that we specifically wanted. Isn't this another turret? It may not be. It's not another turret, it's just another summon. This one flies and floats. I suspect it may actually be better than the Flink Staff. Although I don't know if it's going to be better than the Storm Jaw in certain circumstances. Where we're going, it's definitely going to suit us better, though. And we also forgot to put our squirrel down in those fights. I feel like we're missing an item. Scourge of the Deserts. Aquatic Discharge. Budget Desert Medallion, that's a bit of vanity. Okay, we are missing an item. And it's not craftable. It would have been nice to have gained that, but I'm not too worried about it in a minute. We've got some decent stuff. I don't think this is better than what we're currently using. So what is this? Provides an additional equipable, provides an additional 25 flight time. You slowly recover flight time while in the air and you're not flying, gliding. I don't think I actually have a use for that. Even as it stands, it doesn't even look like it's a, yeah, it's not a material. Can't use it to make anything. These are the things, however, that we want. The entire point of this entire excursion was so that we can do the following. Where are you? You shouldn't have been in there, but that's fine. Let's put that in there. We need to make one enchanted boomerang. And then we use these to make one trimarang. That is the weapon upgrade that all of that was it for. Okay, now let me quickly resort these things out. We'll keep the Gleaming Dagger on us. What used to be here? What did we move? No, that did always used to be there. It's that we swapped. Let's put those away permanently. Okay, let's put one of them away permanently. Let's put you away permanently. Actually, no. You. This can go in here for now. Okay. It has a higher rarity, but... the damage on this is better. Fires a spray of water that drips extra trails of water. I don't think that these are useful to us. Okay, so what else can we do with these? 1 second, let's make, because I do know we need sea remnants for something. Ah, they're used for this set of armor. Spear, melee damage, blowgun, fishbone boomerang. Through the Evaporating Sea Kingdom, although the Evaporating Sea Kingdom fought a losing battle, its proud inhabitants did not go down easy. As a last resort, they had fashioned a weapon from skeletons of dead animals. It's a higher tier armor. I'm not going to be able to use that at the minute. Increases defense by 5 when submerged in liquid. 10% increase to movement speed, 1% while wearing Vitide armor. Increases fishing skill. Increases chance to catch crates. That's worth crafting when we can actually craft it. We don't have the prisms at the minute. It might be worth making the Vitide set. Please tell me that you're not going to need to... Okay, so the recording might cut here. I don't know whether or not it caches this. As I said last episode, this took like 2 minutes to finish generating, and it may crash OBS if it uses the entirety of the CPU. But if it's cached things, then when I click this button, it will just load. If it doesn't, there will be a cut, and we'll see you after it's finished loading. Okay, no, we're going to have to wait. I'll be right back. Okay, it loaded a fair bit quicker this time. Reorder by rarity. It should also then put it in order of, basically, acquisition. Here they are. So that's a special set. That's the sulfuric set. Defense set, rogue damage, magic damage, range damage, summon damage. Okay, so we've got 4, 5, 5, 6. Platinum still has better defense than it. Melee damage, that one's 4, again 5, total set defense 13. Okay, so it does tell us straight up there, whereas that's 20. So we lose a decent amount of defense if we swap to this, but it is a higher rarity. Where's the Crimson set? The Crimson set is 19. Greatly increases life regen. It is, strictly speaking, the next series of armor that we should be looking at. Let's plop these in here because this is also useful stuff. This requires sea prisons, which I'm assuming is probably a boss drop. Oh no, they're crafted. From prism shards. They are a monster drop of some description. Righted angler. I'm assuming these are just enemies that we are going to encounter in the Sunken Sea. Makes sense. Okay, so what out of here can we make? Can we make the enchanted axe? Which might be worth as an upgrade for the rogue weapon. Consumable, summons an ore of electricity. That's effectively a potion. We already have a Star Fury. That's just a mount. Enchanted sword, that's just a enchanted sword with a different look. Nothing we can do about those at the minute. Riptide is a yo-yo, I think. Looks like a yo-yo. Yeah, so we can't do anything with those. workbench. So we could get the enchanted axe. Throws a high velocity axe that returns to you after travelling a short distance or hitting a wall. At the furthest point from the player, a magic axe that travels through walls will be cast towards the nearest enemy. Stealth strikes make the axe fly further, throwing out many other magic axes in all directions. And that's just a variance as to whether or not we have the lead tomahawk or the other one. I think we've picked up bones, but I believe bones are technically something you're supposed to get from the dungeon. Ah no, we picked up ancient bone dust, so we can't craft that yet anyway. So yeah, that's not something we can do anything with. There's nothing in here we want to craft, so let's convert a bunch of this into armor then. Where are they again? There they are. 2 apiece. It's 20. I don't believe we need the platinum anymore. We do want to keep one of these. Let's keep the one that gives us damage. Throw that over there so we can use it. I'm probably also going to want... Did I put it away or is it on the other? I would like to get into the Sunken Sea today. It's going to depend on whether or not we can get there quick enough. So I want that. And then... swimming gear. Actually, shouldn't this give us the ability to swim? Grants 6 mobility, or the ability to swim and extend. Okay, yeah. So we don't need the flippers. That already contains the flippers. Let's put that in here. Actually, it's not a material, so let's sell that. We filled up our weapons chest already, so we're going to need to place down another one. We'll eventually get into magic storage, but I've kind of been putting that off specifically for, or specifically due to the fact that I would like to have the main building done, which we may do next week. I think next week the plan will be max out our health so that the eye spawns and so that we get blood moons, and actually start work on the final, or our actual home. We'll also do fishing next week. Probably, maybe. Okay. Probably worth having. It is a material. What is it a material for? Can mine demonites. I think pickaxe I have can already mine most of that. Yeah, it's the same power, so probably. Fishes up an electric eel, periodically sends out sparks of electric. Turbine. So it's this. It's mixed with a decent number of things, so it's worth making because we're going to eventually use it for other things. We also then want breastplate and greaves, damage reduction, critical strike chance, defense, increased damage reduction when submerged in liquid. Does this full set give me water breathing? That's something I probably should have checked when I clicked this button here. Okay, extra regen, increased magic damage when submerged in liquid. When using any weapon, you have a 10% chance to throw a returning seashell projectile. This projectile does true damage and does not benefit from any damage class. Provides increased underwater mobility and slightly reduces breath loss in the abyss. What does it mean by the abyss? What is the abyss? Is that just the underground? Or is that something else entirely? Okay. We already have a piece of stealth armor. When using a weapon, increases melee damage. Enemies are more likely to target you. Increases range damage. Let's make the summoner one. We have enough to make one more. Increases rogue damage. We have a rogue set. We don't have many magic weapons yet, so I think... that does provide water breathing. Hang on a second. I thought I put that away. Let's go melee, because we're going to be using this a lot, I imagine. Do I want to spend these? I mean, it's not going to take as much to kill the Scourge. We've already established that Scourge dies pretty quickly. We did not put it away. That was the problem. Increases defense by 5 when submerged. Let's just go for loadout 3. We'll do it this way. Loadout 3 will be our underwater set. Let's go shield. I want that. That. So, additional life regen, extra defense. Which, given that we're in a summer set, means that we don't actually have much defense, so we should probably bring something else that gives us defense. We don't need a double jump. We can swim, so we don't really need that. I was just checking if it had defense on it. We'll swap this over because this is just universally good. These are all materials for upgrades, so I don't really want to use those if we can avoid it. Flight time doesn't help us. Interesting. We get the "you killed a boss" thing now, even though it was a day ago. We don't have access to a whip. Do we have another? We do have another magic mirror. We have a mod we haven't really played with yet. Selection book. Okay, so these are all craftable items. select it. Left click to use selected item. Minion loadout book. Automatic minion loadout book. Blood talisman. Sacrifice your life force to greatly strengthen minions. Try not to fall into madness. Interesting. Let's craft these first few things. We already have wood on us, so we should be able to make the card just by having this open. Unless it requires a different kind of crafting table. Maybe it requires a bookshelf. Chair, table. That needs an anvil. Did we grab that? We did, okay. Standing near the anvil. Does that have to be gold? Is there not any gold? Oh, it's not even gold. That's why. It's 10 of these. And then I think 10 of these. We have wood, it's favorited, but that shouldn't matter. Oh, we actually have material to be able to make some of the jungle set. Interesting. There you are. Minion control rod. Table and chair. An associate card. And then a book. Where do we put our books? This probably needs a bookshelf. There we go. Right click to open UI. Okay, this probably needs to actually be in our inventory. So do I have to have these in our inventory? Is that how this works? Yeah, so it only works if they're in your inventory, which kind of makes it pointless. Right left click on an item to select it. Left click to use a selected item. I mean, it's useful if I had significantly more inventory space, but we don't. We only really have the space to have one summon thing at a time. So what's this show us? Appear to be doing anything. Displays summoner related information. I have no idea what that's supposed to do. It apparently does nothing other than shows or puts it up in the air. Let's put those away for now. This, however, is potentially more useful. Let's get rid of you. Another one of you, because this allows us to teleport our minions around. It's kind of like a whip. Speaking of, if we have weapons, Go back to all mods. Summoner weapons. I think this shows whips. Order by rarity. So there's a lever whip. And the next one is the snap form. Your summons will focus struck enemies. So if we put in focus. Oh wait, filter tooltip focus. Spinal tap is actually the next one we can make. In theory. Which requires bone. We could just buy a normal whip, but I think we'll just keep a hold of the minion rod because it will do the same thing. We can use it to focus target an enemy. Okay, let's put away... that's a mob drop. It's a boss mob drop, but it's a mob drop. And then we'll put these back in here. Although I think I will put them... make sure they're at the bottom. So we know where they are. Okay, one more accessory to take with us. Fall damage isn't going to do anything. We can swim, we don't need double jump. Could take extra damage, extra speed. Taking a hit will remove dash penalty, extra defense, life regen. We already have underwater breath. Pick a range from Mana Star. I think we just want something that's going to give us a bit more defense. So we may just take the flipper just for the extra defense. Now if we're going to do that, we may as well take this claw. Here, and we'll leave that last bottom slot open for swapping around. Yeah, we do have one of each. Okay. Right, I will head myself over to here so that we can continue to head down to see if we can't find the underwater area. That is where we are heading. So I will see you in a bit. Okay, we're down. We just need to keep going. Oh, I thought this one connected to the bit underneath. It does not. The swim speed that we get from this is absurd. There's actually no... Huh? Oh, we found it. The game now considers it's in that biome. Slimes are falling from the sky, god damn you! There's a giant clam down here somewhere, that's the next boss we need to kill. What is this? No. We have found our target. There's our giant clam. This spawns naturally. Okay. Given how much time we have left in this episode, I'm going to head back up to the surface. We're going to kill those slimes. We're going to kill another slime king, and then we're going to, I think, kill one more Scourge. I think I might kill another Scourge. We'll stick with the summoner armor for the time being, but yeah, let's okay, they're too far away to attack. You just put that in there. You did do. It's not a material, is it? No. We'll do something silly and we'll try and kill the Desert Scourge without... In fact, let's head our way over there. I'm not sure whether or not summoning the Desert Scourge will cancel the slime rain. Well, there's nothing stopping us using this arena. We do have a lot less defense, so we do need to be mindful of that. We're not, strictly speaking, wearing the best set of armor to do any of this. I should probably, before something actually appears... okay, that one we can keep. Swap that. We already have that anyway. There's the king. Okay, you attack that. Down as summons because I swapped the thing. Okay. Okay, that didn't do as much damage as I thought it could do. Do we still have both summons? No, we've lost one. Summon. What the devil? We only have one of them out. We should be able to have two of them. Oh, because I'm right-clicking. I'm an idiot. You don't summon with right-click. That's why things aren't working right. Okay, let's clean up our mess. Okay. Another of each of these. Treasure bag. Treasure bag. Hey, we've got the hood. That's what I was looking for. That can be sold. The slime gun we didn't have yet. That can be sold. Keep that. Let's see. We already have the royal jelly. I don't think that's a material, so I think we can sell that. Let's put away the summon item. Open up that bag. Open up the angler kit. Ooh, nice. That tells me we actually don't need to go fishing. We could actually get them from this. We're still going to need to go fishing because we're still going to need to have a source of resources. Okay, sell that. That one is new. That's a tiny little thing. No reason to keep duplicates. It's a vanity item. Vanity items can go in here. That doesn't go in there. Neither does that peach. Why is that peach in there? Is that food? No, that's a vanity item. No, that's fine. Painting goes in here. Right, we have collected the full ninja sets. Sell that, and that. And then everything else should already have a place to go. With the exception of this. Okay, we will call it there for the day. We'll call it there for a week. We have managed to find our way down to the Sunken Sea. We'll explore that next week at some point, touch wood. But we'll also be doing fishing at some point next week, and actually building our base will also be a plan for next week. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back again on Monday with more of this. So hopefully, we'll see you next time. Cheerio.